Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, NerdModon, and I'm going to be doing a gameplay commentary for you guys today over some Battlefield 4, and in today's video we're going to be looking a little bit at the boat action as well as some LAV action towards the end on Siege of Shanghai, which is actually a pretty decent map, especially if you like to play air support, or really anything, considering that I guess it houses pretty much any kind of combat. Now, of course, when I was in the boat, it was actually a lot of fun considering that I had some guys that were in the gunner position, just kind of putting down some suppressive fire for the most part, and then of course I was definitely putting down some hurt on some of the vehicles and trying to kill some infantry that were just kind of in the way. So I think I did pretty good in that aspect. You know, I enjoy using the boat, but it's not as fun, I guess, as it used to be when the game first came out, but by itself, it's definitely a very potent and powerful vehicle. One of the biggest things that I really enjoy about the boat is that its overall ability to take a lot of hits, as well as you kind of have the ability to rep yourself on the move, and, you know, you also have some gunners to shoot their marshmallow guns at the opposition. I mean, who doesn't like marshmallows? They're delicious, and they're very squishy. I mean, it's definitely pretty nice for both teams. But anyway, guys, just talking a little bit about the overall game experience. You know, I was having a lot of fun playing with my good friend Daze. It seems like anytime I'm playing Battlefield 4, it's probably with Daze, considering that I just couldn't imagine playing the game by myself. I think that would be extremely boring, as well as I feel like the frustration levels would reach an all-time high, considering that teammates are not always the most intelligent people you'll run into. You guys know blueberries are usually a little bit more random. They do sporadic movements, and a lot of the times they don't really prioritize objectives as maybe they should. Now, of course, that's all up to opinion. That's all up to perception. Maybe in their midst of the moment, maybe me going outside to try to get the flank on is a very bad move, but I feel like most players would agree, especially on Operation Locker, that going outside or at least trying to take flags on any of the given maps is probably a pretty important part of winning the game. I guess you could say there's not as much strive to win the game as much as you would like to think, especially in the Battlefield franchise. Not saying that Battlefield players are any less likely to play the objective, it just seems like sometimes a lot of them don't know how to prioritize objectives in that midst of the combat, and many times you see a lot more spamming than that needs to occur. But I guess that's all up to perception. It's all up to how you want to figure how the game is meant to be played, and in many cases I think we'd all kind of differ in different areas. But I guess when it comes down to analyzing vehicle action, a lot of the times I feel like that's pretty balanced in many cases, and there's not always a whole lot of deviation, especially when playing the armor unit. But it seems like when you play infantry, there's a little bit of a different coordination. A lot of people have different aspirations to acquire. Some people like to snipe up in the hills, some people like to play the objective, and some other players like to just kind of look at the ground. You know, every once in a while you're going to have those moments, but it feels like it's a little bit more potent as we proceed on with the game. But of course, that's one of the main redeeming qualities of the Battlefield franchise, is that you have the ability to play the game however you so wish. You know, that may be for the team or against your own team. Maybe that's going to be supporting them in ways that they're really going to appreciate, or maybe in some cases it's going to be the exact opposite, like running them over with a Jeep. You know, it just really depends on what kind of a player you want to be, and I feel like that's just kind of how we do things when it comes down to the Battlefield franchise. You're either for the team or against the team in many cases. There's usually not too much of a gray area, and in many cases you're going to find yourself on one of the sides. But anyway, guys, I just want to talk with you a little bit about the overall gaming mechanics. I thought it would be an interesting topic to kind of get you guys thinking. You know, are you a player that loves playing for the team? Are you somebody that likes to maybe enjoy the presence of seeing people rage in the chat, or running your own teammates over with Jeeps and doing different things like that? You know, of course they both have their merits, but I'm interested to see what kind of a player you guys are. Maybe you're super hardcore, straight up into the objective, or maybe you're a little bit more casual and you enjoy the fun part of the Battlefield franchise. Feel free to let me know in the comments below. But until the next episode, guys, I will see you then, and this has been NMO, and I'm going to be signing out, guys. Peace.